Hello again. After a busy day yesterday and a busy day the day before, the first day was building a deck and a tarp near the caravan. Second day was logging the tree that had fallen down. Today I'm is it pyrotechnic? I'm going to burn this sofa with this. Well, I know, but what a mess. All this has got to go. There's 2 chairs still remaining. One is beginning to burn outside. I hope you think and agree with me. I look rather manful with a huge sledgehammer on my shoulder. Forgive me if I appear overly attractive to those that are interested in such things. Everything in here has to go. You can see it's an absolute mess. I'm hoping to make this into an absolutely beautiful Tudor parlour. I'm going to have mullioned windows all along here and leaded lights that will be in diagonals, if you like, diamonds, to give it a Tudor-esque feeling. And you see this fireplace over here behind me. I managed to acquire a Tudor fireplace, and what's nice about it is it's got the, well, I call them the Yorkshire, they're probably the Tudor roses, but I call them the Yorkshire roses. And they'll go, that'll just fit nicely there. And a nice Jacobean overmantel there, probably a cork cupboard over there. But the idea is just to create a beautiful sort of Tudor-esque hunting box in the middle of a small forest, the sort of thing that Henry VIII, the man who founded the Church of England, would have enjoyed frolicking in with one of his numerous wives. Amazing thing, the Church of England. It was founded by a serial wife killer. Yeah, try and top that. Anyway, so I've created a little fire underneath the sofa. I'm hoping it's going to go up. The problem with being in a wood is you've got to find somewhere which is relatively safe. These are somewhat dead trees around here, so I'm not too bothered, but I don't want to set fire to the whole forest. So anyway, that's an exciting job, isn't it? So come with me, if you will, if you dare even, while I incinerate this 1940s sofa. I've got 2 bloody great armchairs too. Before any of you start crying into your ports, it was beyond salvaging, so there's all sorts of rips and rubbish. It'd been sat there for about 100 years. They can't have done it if it was the 40s. But don't know a tickle. As Father Ted says, us tickles on the island. There we go. Let's see what happens. Fire going now. Look at that. Smoke. It's like a holocaust, isn't it? It's like a burnt offering going up. It's going straight up. Hopefully that is not going to set fire to anything. It's just smoke. But anyway, as you can see, it's working so far. So far, so good. It's been quite damp, so I'm rather hoping that the leaves on some of the trees will be fairly damp, but that's marvellous. My assistant was just wanting to join in with the see all those old pots. They're plastic ones, but I've saved all the clay ones. Those are no good really. I'll get shot of those, but I've been saving the lovely clay pots, of which there are many. The place looks an absolute tip, but you've got to persevere, really. Anyway, we're going to put some more garbage on. Or my wonderful assistant is. I'm going to do a loop. I haven't done this loop before. It's a loop up the top of the long Mynd, I'm hoping it will be 10,000 steps, because I've heard that 10,000 steps is good. Now, I've got a Fitbit with me on my wrist, and that will tell me if I do 10,000 steps. If it is 10,000 steps, it may be more. That will be very useful, because on top of my keto diet, I've got to lose all this timber. I know I look exceptionally trim, honed, but I'm no gym bunny, and I've no six-pack. I've got the full Party 4, which is like a barrel for those people in America who don't know what a Party 4 was. It was a thing that had, I think, 4 quarts of beer in. Anyway, you have to knock a peg in. But I've got one of those going on rather than a six-pack. So I'm going to leave the Hermitage and head up the mountain, and let's see if I get my 10,000 steps in. Do come with me. I'm halfway up the hill. Behind me, some of those hills are in England, the majority of which are in Wales. And you might not be able to make it out on the phone, but in the farthest distance you may see a peak. It might just be a shadow, and that's Cottage Renovation, and that's on the Welsh coast. Any further and you'll be in the sea. Isn't that remarkable to stand here, nestling in the bosom of Shropshire, and to be looking at a mountain that straddles the sea? Remarkable. Right, I'm going to head on up. Hopefully I'll make it. I'm blowing and panting because I'm not fit, but I will be once I move in full time into the Hermitage. I hope to make this journey every day to walk Purdy the dog, and that way I'll get my 10,000 steps in and lose a bit of timber. See you at the top. Well, I'm at 2/3 of the way up, and if you look in the distance, well, in the near distance, you'll see just beyond that slope a couple of what are actually leandi. They're part of a group of probably about 10, and they're all coming down starting this month, if not this week. But you can only see 2 from this vantage point. And our cottage literally is in front of those trees, but you can't see the cottage. It's utterly disguised. But this is a point of interest. Yeah, those trees there sort of hanging right over the cottage, so before I get pulverized and catapulted before my lord to be judged, I need to chop them down, because I'm not quite ready to get up there yet. I've got a bit of work to do on my soul. Anyway, thought you might find that interesting.